another Wednesday. My God, this week went even quicker than the last one. Welcome along. Welcome to another Wednesday night Open Mic Magic with people from all around the world with us tonight. I'm going to say, put the gallery up for Facebook so everyone out there can say. So everybody in the gallery, wave your hands, give a thumbs up, give a wave. Fantastic. Right, just look at the lineup. Wonderful lineup as always. And we'll move straight on to our first performer because we've got a lot to get through tonight. Over to Israel and our new friend Moshe. Come in, Moshe.
Hi, good evening. I'd like, Kevin, can you please help me with the volunteer?
Yeah, Stuart will find someone for you. If we anyone who wants to volunteer, stick your hands in the air and Stuart will bring you up next to Moshe. There we go. Tommy's put his hand up.
Okay.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm very honored to start the lineup today to be the first performer. My name is Moshe, which is Moses. Moses was one of the first magicians in history. Yeah, I just want to see something with the camera, sorry. Okay, well, I grew up in Italy until I was 9 years old, and I went to an Italian school until the 3rd grade. And I'm going to prove to you now that I speak fluent Italian. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, so a pelle figlio d'Apollo fece una palla di pelle di pollo, tutti I pesci vennero a galla a vedere la palla fatta da pelle, figlio d'Apollo. I guess you all know now I speak fluent Italian. Thank you. And well, 10 years ago, I decided I'll visit Italy and I'll see that I can get along with my Italian still. So when I was going in Rome, I met this fortune teller called Lulu, and she only spoke Italian. And I sat down in front of her and she looked into this crystal ball. And she was looking and she said, I see that 10 years from now, from this evening exactly, you're going to be performing in an open show in a closed room. Okay. Well, you're going to be performing in front of spectators from all over the world. And also the volunteer will be from another area in the world. But the strange thing is that everybody will be in a different room. Anyway, what's going to happen is that this great magician called Kevin is going to call up a volunteer whose name starts with T, who is another great magician. And well, from here, I'm not going to tell you much more, just bring with you bring some jumbo cards with you, okay? And I'm giving you this envelope over here. You're not to open this envelope for the next 10 years. In 10 years from now in the evening, it's the first time you speak. You open it. It's the first time you open it, and you read the instructions. There are instructions in Italian. Don't worry, I'll translate. Now, what it says here is caro amico. I don't know if somebody knows Italian, you can see here. Okay, caro amico, dear friend. Chiamo un volontario. Call a volunteer. I've done that already because she told me that I'll have a volunteer. Fagli sciogliere una carta dal mazzo. Make him choose a card from the stack. It's in Italian. Now, I've got all these cards. I've got all these. You can see the different cards here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm taking a few cards from the top. I'm turning them over. And then I take some more cards and turn them over. And the first card that comes up on the top, that's my choice. I got the Jack of Spades. Now, Tommy, please help me. I'm going to tell me when to turn over the cards.
Now?
Now? Here?
Yep.
Okay, now I've got to go, this time I've got to go deeper.
Stop.
Stop here?
Yep.
Comfortable with that? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm taking off the top cards. I put them aside, and this is your chosen card.
Okay.
The 10 of Hearts. I'm going to put it here so we can all see it.
Okay.
Now it says, mostra la foto in cui tengo in mano la carta scelta. Show the picture where I'm holding the chosen card. Wow. I knew that there was a picture in here. I didn't really know what it was. Okay. Okay, I guess that's it has the card you chose. The 10 of Hearts, I guess, is here. Wait, it says more, which I didn't finish reading. It says, non ci sono applausi, what, people are not clapping their hands. Gira la carta, I turn the card around. And then it says, voila, buona fortuna, Lulu. Good luck, Lulu. Thank you.
Good, nice. Thank you, Moshe.
Wonderful. Thanks, Moshe. Right, just having a quick look down the list. Number 2 in our running order. Sorry, a little bit of sorting out the running order was people have been late and coming back in, and we seem to have been almost there with everybody now. One missing in action. Let's hope he turns up as well. So over to Texas and the land of silk and flowers. Robina, come in, Robina. Thank you, Robin. Thank you. Beautiful as always. Just find where the music is. There. Here we go. Thank you, Robin. Anyway, so moving on back to the UK and to up north. Well, sort of up north. There's a dispute about whether Derby is actually North or Midlands or North Midlands or wherever. Anyway, over to Roy Stone. Going with Duck.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a good evening. Just about doing that for you. What we're going to do? Camera. There you go, Kevin. I'm going to get you to pick cards. You don't need to come on screen. You can just tell me to stop anywhere you want. We're going to stop wherever you say.
Stop there.
Stop there. Okay.
Yep.
So what we're going to choose this card here. Okay. We're going to mark it. We're going to come back to that. Okay. I believe we're going to face up. At the weekend, I was doing my gig, and there was a guy there I knew, a friend of mine. He says, "Have you got a trick, Roy?" I said, "I've always got a trick with me. Obviously, I'm out performing magic." He says, "Show us one." So I says, "Yeah, there you go. I've always got one with me." And I said, just in case I forget that one, I always bring a spare one.
Oh.
And just in case, I always bring this one as well. So I said to him, "Where's one?" He said, "Well, one's on the top, isn't one?" I says, "No, one's there." So I give him a shake. I says, "Again, where's one?" I said, "Where's this one?" He said, I said, "Now, where's this one?" He said, "Well, I watched you. You moved it from the bottom. You've now put this one back on the top." I says, "No, one's on the top." And I says, "One's there." So I says, "I'll give you one more chance. Where's this one?" It's what it's in your hand. I said, "Oh no, that's the other one." And I said, in fact, just to make sure I never lose, I always bring the other one, and the other one, just in case. I'll go back now in time, Kevin. Remember, Kevin, that you chose a card, and we marked the in the middle where you chose to. So that's the card you chose, the first face down card. Okay, Kevin. I actually knew, Kevin, before we started what card you were going to choose. I knew that you were going to choose the 3 of hearts because I wrote on the 3 of hearts Gorgon just to mark it because I knew you were going to choose that. I know you that well, Kevin. I knew that. I know you were doubting me, Kevin. So what I've done is I actually made a video before I came on here tonight. I'm going to show you the video and show you that I knew what card you were going to choose. So does that come up, Kevin? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll play the video just to prove that I knew what card you were going to choose. We'll play the video. Here you go, Kevin. Thanks for. I'll be back. Here we go, Kevin. Thanks for choosing the 3 of hearts. I knew you were going to choose it because I even put his name on it. Oh, yeah. Are we back on? Sorry. Yeah, are we back on?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. I knew you were going to choose it. And sorry that you had to get eaten, Kevin.
Yeah.
Back to you.
I'm always trying to get ahead, but that's taking it to the extreme. Right. Okay. Thank you, Roy. That was lovely. Thank you. I always like to be involved in the tricks, but not to eaten. Over to the USA again and to a fantastic magician, Mr. Bruce Yoskin. Come in, Bruce.
Hi, Kevin. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you again. Been away for a couple of weeks. I'm going to do a little card trick today. It's the first time I'm doing it, although I think that probably some of you will recognize it. It's just, it's kind of an update into something new. So let me move over to my other camera here, make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'll use this deck. And as Stuart, I will need an assistant. Is Jill here?
She is.
If she would like. Hi, Jill. Ooh, a little loud. How are you?
Absolutely fine, thank you.
Good. Nice to see you again.
Nice
not
to
a
see
whole
you.
lot of work. Not a whole lot of work here, but I always enjoy it when I share the screen with you.
Oh,
So
thank
what I'm going to do is start off by making a prediction with one or two of the, you know what, I think I'll do it with two, actually. I'm trying to hold the cards down so that you can see everything. I like this one, this good one. And let me see what, oh, I'm sorry, there's a mistake. Had a joker. I don't know why that was in there. And, ooh, a little more difficulty here. Jill, let me ask you a question. I think this is a good card for you, but do you know the exact time of day that you were born?
Oh, I think it was about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so it was before noon then, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe this card isn't so good. Okay, we'll use this one. All right, and now mix them up a little bit, and then here comes your work. This is one of those if you were here tricks, okay? If you were here, I'm going to turn these a little bit. If you were here, Jill, I would hand you the cards. And I say, Jill, I want you to deal the cards out into 2 piles. And at some point in time, whenever your intuition dictates, you just say stop. Whenever it feels right for you, trust your intuition.
Stop.
Okay, so what we have here, uneven piles, I think, which is fine with me. Does it make you comfortable? Would you like me to add one? Or
No,
just
that's fine.
leave it the way it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so prediction number 1 is the 10 of spades. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with this pile of cards, okay? So I'm just going to add some cards to the pile, or I could take away some if you want, but I'm going to add some cards to the pile. Once again, let your intuition tell you when. Right here?
Yeah, no, take that one, last one back.
Take it back.
That's
okay. And let's see, what we have here is the 5 of diamonds. Now, this is kind of interesting for those of us over on this side of the pond. This is a 5 and a 10. Those of you old enough might remember F.W. Woolworth, which was a chain of stores that started back in the 1880s, where it was called Woolworth's 5 and Dime or Woolworth's 5 and 10. And not unlike the dollar stores today, anything you would buy there would either be a nickel, 5 cents, or a dime, 10 cents. I digress. Okay, so where are we now? All right, I'm going to put these, let's just put these here, and we can cover that.
okay.
Now, okay. I was thinking of not using the joker, okay, but it's sitting out here looking all kind of lonely. So what I'd like to do was we'll do the same thing we were doing before, okay? I'll put down 1 card at a time, and at some point in time, either intuition or boredom will right here.
Yeah, take the last one back.
Like the last one back.
That's
okay.
it. That's the one.
Okay, and I'm going to mark them just like that, just like the others.
Right.
Okay, now, here we go. Let's see if it worked. And I've got 3 face-up cards. We have the 10 of spades. That was the first one. That was card number 1. The 5 of diamonds. That was card number 2. And the joker. That was card number 3. All right, let's put these over here. So if you'll recall, as I dealt through, but you could have done it had you been here, you stopped at this card, okay? And this card, interestingly enough, is the other black 10 from this deck. Then we moved over to the other pack, and I dealt some more cards down, and then you actually had me take 1 back, and you stopped at the other red card, the other red 5, the 5 of hearts. Now, that's good enough, but check this out. I also decided to use the joker. I haven't really ever done that before, but a joker in many card games, as you know, is a wild card. And that simply means that this card can be any card in the deck. So if I said, Jill, what card, other than these 4, would you like the Joker to represent? What card would you select?
The 9 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds. Okay. That's a medium-sized red. You wouldn't like a high black card like the King or Queen of Clubs? 9 of diamonds. Okay. All right. Well, how mind-blowing would it be if when I picked up this card, Jill, you see, what was it? 9 of diamonds.
I'd
Mind-blowing.
be stunned.
Okay. Prepare to be stunned, Jill, because here is the 9 of diamonds right here. And I'm hoping you can see it. And that's just a little bit of humor at the end of the trick. Some people would say very little humor, but what's impressive actually is, do you know how all these little face cards got onto this card?
No.
No, actually, they came off of the deck that we used before because these are now all blank. Jill,
That's
thank you very much.
magic.
We had a good one.
Thank
Kevin, back to
you.
you.
Thank you, Bruce. I like that. That's lovely. Right, just make a little note. Yeah. Well, to actually watch that video a couple of times. Yeah, Tommy. Yep.
Well, have you
Right. Okay. From the USA back to the UK and head up north and over the border into Scotland. And our next guest, Scott Paton. Come in, Scott.
Hello. So I'm going to do a wee mind experiment for you all. So again, I'll need 2 volunteers. So I'll pass you over to the studio to get the 2 volunteers.
Okay, Stu, do you want to find 2 people? Oh, we got Tom. Yep.
Tom, yeah.
And we've got Xanadu. Okay.
Xanadu, perfect. So lovely to meet you.
All right.
both. So we're going to do a little mind experiment, play a little game, and we'll try this with yourself, Xanadu.
Okay.
Would you class yourself as a creative person, or would you class yourself more as an analytical type of person?
Creative.
Creative, nice. So you have a good imagination then.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Excellent. Good. That's going to be really helpful.
Very good. Sometimes it's out of the ordinary or comes out of right field.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. So that will help in this experiment. So what I'm going to get you to do is I want you to imagine we'll say Las Vegas because it's a really nice, fancy place to go to. So we'll go to Las Vegas in this imaginary, world. And when you walk into Las Vegas, you've got all the different casinos and things like that. And you walk into one of the rooms and they're all playing bingo, which is a bit odd. You're expecting maybe like a game of poker or something like that, but they're playing a game of bingo. And there's obviously numbers from 1 to 90 in the game of bingo. And you're just going to think of one of these numbers. So don't say what number it is, but hopefully you've got a number in mind. Yeah?
Yes.
Fantastic. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and convert this into a letter just to randomize everything up. So what we're going to do is I want you to imagine spelling that number out in your head. So you're going to, so if, for example, if it was 50, you were thinking of, then it would be F-I-F and so on. So we just use the first letter to make everything super simple. All right, so we'd be using the letter F in that case. But whatever number you're thinking of, just imagine spelling that out and take the first letter, and that'll give you a random letter in the alphabet. Yep. Okay. You got a letter in mind?
Yes. You want me to tell you the first
letter?
Yeah,
don't tell me the letter, but just think of that
okay.
for me. Okay, keep that letter in mind. Okay, so Tom, I'm going to get you also to help me, but you're going to imagine that you're going back in time, and you're going back to maybe when you were 5, 6, round about that time when you were at school. So you're really young, you're very playful, and it's a hot day outside, and you're incredibly bored, and you don't want to listen to the teacher, so you start to make doodles and you start drawing. Yeah, so you start making all these different drawings. And I want you, so a drawing could be like a stick man, it could be a bike, you know, that kind of idea. Don't go for them, but just maybe get maybe a few simple drawings that a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old could draw. Something simple, 2 or 3 different drawings. You don't have to do it in you don't have to actually write it out. But just get maybe, as I say, 2 to 3 drawings in your mind right now for me. All right? Perfect. While you're doing that, Xanadu, I'm going to get you to... Can you think of a month that starts with this letter you're thinking of?
A month that starts with this letter?
Yeah, don't say what the
wow.
month is. Don't say what the month is if you can think of it, but can you think of a month in the year?
No, actually, there's no...
Okay, no, don't
month.
don't say.
Okay.
But you can't think of a month, no?
Nope.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about that. Can you think of a star sign? You know, like a horoscope sign. Could you think of a star sign? With a
Oh,
sign?
yes. Okay. Got it.
You can think of a star sign starting with this letter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, perfect. Okay, lock that in your mind then. Okay, so going back to Tom, I want you to now think of these drawings that you've got in your mind, and let's choose the largest one. So whatever one would be the largest to draw, or maybe the largest in real life actually, and I want you to imagine going up to it and actually physically touching it with your hand. All right, so you can physically touch this, and it's a very large object. So hopefully something's sticking in your mind right now, in your imagination. All right, and then let's say you grow a wee bit older. All right, so you get a little bit older. You're maybe 7, 8, 9 years old now. All right, and you're starting to do spelling and writing. So if you were just to imagine this drawing as a word, would this be 5 letters? No.
No,
Was it close?
you were close.
Was it 4 letters?
That's 4.
Okay, don't give me any more clues. Is this something that you would see every day?
You could.
Okay. Don't say anything more. I'm going to write something down. So I'm going to try and commit to this. So I'm going to go for... Yeah, I'm going to go for that. And I'm also going to... Yeah, I'm going to go for... this. Okay, so I have committed myself. So hopefully we should be able to tap into your mind. So for the first time, Xanadu, can you confirm what star sign you were thinking of?
What star sign I was thinking of?
Yeah.
With the horoscope that start with that letter, right?
Yeah.
Taurus.
Oh, so like the bull, the raging bull in a china shop.
Yes.
Yeah, Taurus the bull.
Remember, I wasn't supposed to say anything because what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Well, that's correct. I'll keep your secret for you. I'll keep your secret.
You ass! I hate you.
I'll keep your secret. All right. So we'll just destroy that. Okay, we'll destroy that.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
gone.
All right.
That's gone.
My brother. All right.
All right. So we're now going to get you to confirm what you were thinking of. So what was the drawing or image you were thinking of?
The image I drew and the image I touched.
Yep.
And a boat.
Oh, nice. So like this cruise liner going, yeah, lovely. That's actually quite interesting because I like boats as well. So we'll just keep that a secret between the both of us, and we'll get out of the imagination world. So back to the studio.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Wow. My mind just exploded then. Thank you, Scott. Scott, I'll come back if you don't mind and ask you to help with something a bit later on. Right.
That's cool.
Okay. Oh, wow. We're going back to the USA, back to the far side from us, California, and to our next guest who, well, you never quite know who you're going to get when you say, "Come in, Charles Schneider."
Charles. Oh, wow. Salute.
Greetings, my friends. Kevin requested that I do something macabre today for you all in the spirit of the season. And this is something I've been hoping to share for some time. And I take it rather seriously because I believe that hundreds and hundreds of both magical routines, stories, and other forms of exploitation have been performed surrounding the crimes of Bloody Jack. It's really almost become a cliche, and it seems to me like I should donate money to some charity for women, or I just feel bad. Nonetheless, you know, there's so many other heinous criminals. I could make up a criminal. That still stings, doesn't it? Still, we're going to be looking today for Bloody Jack. Did you know that there are a total of 19 suspects in the case of Bloody Jack the Ripper? Remember this number, please, 19, because those we will have on the docket today. I will need a volunteer. It seems, dare I say, appropriate to ask for Jill again, who I have not seen in a long time. Hi, Jill.
Hello, darling.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, Jill.
Look at that smile. I fear when I'm done with this, that smile may not remain due to the terrors to come. Nonetheless, no,
I actually live relatively close to where he did his dirty deeds.
Whitechapel.
A little way out of London, on that side.
Well, then I picked the right person. I need a little bit of fortification.
Ooh.
Forgive me.
Give me a
In
shot.
fact, I've surrounded myself things from the early 1880s. I figure that's a pretty good way to conjure the spirit of the time, because that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go back in time to Victorian London. I've even procured this very, very old whiskey, which will at least get myself this is very curious. People do not know that deck of cards is not always a deck of cards. It can be used in many ways as a supercomputer to divine things from the future, from the past. Cards certainly were used by gypsies for fortune telling. But in this case, we will use certain numbers and your hunch of divinatory skill, Jill, to attempt to find Bloody Jack. Now, let me try to use my technology here and reverse the camera. Forgive for a moment.
There.
Ooh.
Ooh. This is the first time in my life I've ever done this overhead business that people in the that crazy 21st century do. And now, if everybody could come with me, I want to go back in time. Look at the old cork in there. Let's think of the roses for the dead. Let's think of the cobblestones of the streets. Let's think of the clip and the clop of the horses and the stink of cheap gin and the people spilling out in rags over the windowsills, and the coppers on the street, and the I've even got those very old pennies with green on them, one from that very year. Let's go through the black hole back to time and space. Are you with me, everybody? Jill? Thank you. Everybody, after all these years, another round of applause, Jill, for the ultimate volunteer. Please, let's just... Jill, what would we ever do without you?
Oh.
What would I do without you?
These cards, for the moment, will represent those 19 suspects I spoke of. 19 very wicked people. Well, actually, only one of them is a terrible, terrible sinner. Jill, just using your instincts, a number between 1 and 19 who you think could be Bloody Jack.
Number 13.
So we'll set these suspects aside here. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Stay there. Don't forget, we're looking for Bloody Jack. And now, I will attempt to raise this a little. We will need to see more. Oh my. 13. Do not let them escape. And now, using some of these remaining cards, I will create a path using the number 19, the number of the suspects. A path as twisted and corrupt as the mind of the maniac that could lead us from the site of the crimes to the Tower of London, where he'll be placed in that docket, we hope, if we could only have found Bloody Jack. 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19, and all of these victims fallen, we will forget. Lost.
So sad.
The blood on the cobbles, and Jill, the number that you chose. We're trying to find Bloody Jack, Jill. Your number was
13.
13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ooh, that
Now,
looks like a suspect to me.
it does, and yet I'm looking to see some evidence of what I would have found encrusted beneath the fingers and the. Now, wait a minute. Your number was the number, Jill?
13.
13. And here beneath, we have 19 suspects waiting. Let's take this potential suspect for a walk, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wow.
Dead. Dead. All the rest. Dead. Innocent. They had to make their living the way they could. There's only one way. There's only one way we can truly find Bloody Jack. In the old days, there wasn't DNA sampling. You simply had to look closely. I don't. Oh. This one seems to be holding something, almost a weapon, yes?
Yep.
Let's look closely. Jill. Oh, your intuition is incredible, Jill.
Oh,
Ooh, oh.
the evidence.
For Jill,
Blood
you have
stains.
found a Bloody Jack.
Oh, no.
Nice work, Jill. Ooh.
I wish I lived further away.
Thank you. Thank you, Charles.
Happy Halloween. Thank you, Jill, for the help.
Thank you.
That was spooky. Uh-oh.
Thank you. As always, a sting in the tail. Thanks, Charles. Fabulous. And thank you, Jill, for being the perfect recipient of Charles's evil intent.
Yes.
Right, gentlemen, we saw a few minutes ago having his mind blown, and he's back to try and blow ours. Xanadu, come in.
Yes. Hi, how's everyone? Ah, shoot, man. Listen, I don't know if I can do that or I can back out after what they did. You want me to perform? Ah, woo. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. So, well, it's good to be back, guys. Great to see everyone. Is it possible that we can get Jill? Because I haven't seen her in like ages.
Again, hello.
Hi, how are you doing, beautiful?
Wonderful. Better
Long
for
time
seeing
no
you.
see.
Yes, haven't seen you for ages.
No, definitely, definitely. Well, like I said, I'm glad to be back. Let me see if I can angle this so you can see my table and what I have set up here. Let me see. Holy cow. Back up just a little bit. Okay. Can you see it from there?
Just about, yes.
Just about, right? Okay, great. Perfect. Let me see if I can do this. All right, Jill, here's what I'm going to do. I have a deck of cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle these. And I want you to pick a card for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be dealing cards out on the table. So whenever you say stop, if I have the card in my hand, as you say stop, we're either going to use the one in my hand, the one on the table, or the one in the packet. It's going to be totally up to you. Okay? All right.
Stop.
Ooh, okay. Now, I have this one here or the one on the table. Which one would you like?
The one on the table.
The one on the table. Very good. We're going to put this here and pick up the rest. Now, it doesn't matter if I know what card it is. So it's the eight of clubs.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to place it right here and we're going to give it a cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a shadow over the card. Here we go. Watch. Did you see that? You want to see it again?
Yeah.
Watch. That doesn't do anything. I just like the way it looks, though. It looks like ooh-ah.
Very elegant.
Okay. So now, like I said, I cast a shadow over the cards. Let me know if you see anything strange or unusual as I pass through the cards. Okay?
Oh, hang on.
What?
There was an odd color one.
There was an odd color. Oh, ooh. Here it is. Now, could you please tell the audience what was the card that you selected?
The 8 of clubs.
The 8 of clubs. Well, we know it's the 8 of clubs because it's the only one with a red back. Watch carefully. There it is. The only one with a blue back. So we're going to put it right here, and then we're going to try it again. Okay, we're going to try a different one. You ready?
Okay.
As I go like this, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right here. Look at that card. The Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. We're going to do that again. Slide this over. Here we go. Watch. Ooh.
You do that beautifully.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Okay, we're going to try it again. Let's see. You notice anything strange or anything unusual? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me do this again. Wait a minute. Okay. God, I know it's. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. What was the project you had? Was it the Queen of?
Yeah,
the Queen of Hearts,
the Queen
right?
of Hearts.
The
Perhaps
Queen
she's gone to the kitchen to make some tarts.
Probably. Wait, you sure it was the Queen of Hearts?
There's a blue card there.
Yeah, I know. There's a blue card. I think, you know what? I think that's the Queen of Hearts.
Really?
Yes, really. Look. No lie. Look.
Wow. How did she get there?
I have no idea. But you know what they say? Magic happens all the time. I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank
It
you.
was great seeing you. Guys, thank you very much. Take it away,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Handsome One.
Thank you, Jill. And a little help from Xanadu. Jill does all the magic for us. You're our full-time consultant. Anyway, thank you, Xanadu. Thank you, Xanadu. Right. So from where are you, Xanadu? Jersey? You're in Jersey?
Yes.
You're in Jersey. So just a quick hop, skip, and a jump into Astoria and our good friend Tommy Burnett. Hello, Tommy.
Good evening.
Tommy!
Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, bienvenue. Yeah, fine. Yes, that's fine. Okay,
So you know, in Spanish is bienvenido.
bienvenido, yes.
There you
Gracias.
go.
Gracias. Okay, so I thought we might take a walk. Hey, Xanadu, would you mind muting?
Oh, sorry. Got you.
I can't hear over the shuffling. Thank you. It's hard enough. I can barely hear myself anyway. Okay, so I thought we might take a trip down the rabbit hole, as they say. And what better way to do that than use a box that has Alice in Wonderland on the cover? Inside here I have two, count them, two decks of unusual cards. I have a deck of really beautiful tarot cards. I also have a deck of really beautiful ESP cards. We don't have a box as of yet. That's why they're in here. But isn't that back design lovely? I want whoever designed these really needs a pat on the back. Yeah, I I designed these. Anyway, we're gonna actually gonna do that second. Can I get somebody other than Jill? Because I mean don't say Jill. I would love to have you, but I don't want to gang up on you. But if you want to volunteer, come on up. You're one of my favorites. So, but if I can have a volunteer who might be interested in learning a little bit about tarot, bring them on up.
There you go, Martin. You're up.
Wow.
Hi.
Yeah, like Martin knows nothing about tarot, right? Hey, Martin, how are you, my
I'm okay. Thank you.
Good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to change my angle here, and hopefully, okay. Push those up. Isn't it a lovely box? The cards I just got these recently. They're really nice. I actually don't know who drew these, but the designs are really lovely here. And you can see these are the major arcana of the tarot. And in a moment, we're going to see if something unusual happens here. But do you believe in fate, Martin? Do you believe in fate?
I think Martin's frozen.
It looks like he's frozen. Either that or he died in shock. One or the other.
Should we bring someone else in?
Yeah, that might help. In the meantime, I'll give these a bit of a mix.
Let's just have a look.
Yeah.
At who we got.
Martin's back.
Martin's back.
Back, okay, fair enough.
Oh, maybe he's not. He was briefly.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, let's see if we can find somebody else.
Okay. Andrew, are you okay?
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Oh, right. Hey, Ian. How you feeling, mate?
I'm getting there. I'm better than I was.
Yeah, good. I know you were having a hard time with it for a while. I hope you have a speedy recovery. So I'll ask you, do you believe in fate?
Certainly do.
Good. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm actually not sure if I do or not, but the more I dive into tarot and the esoteric, I tend to believe more and more that fate and destiny does apply. In a second, I'm going to have you choose uh, three cards out of here. But before I do that, I want to show you that I actually wrote something on the back of three cards. On this one, I wrote the word past. Somewhere in here, I think it's, yeah, right here, I wrote the word present. And a little further up, I think right here, yeah, I wrote the word future. And you can see those are the only three cards that have writing on them. I don't want you to see what they are just yet, but because before we do that, we're going to give these another mix up so you have no idea which one is which. Okay, and yeah, this is do that. Now, I'm going to deal three powers, and this will be the past, this will be the present, and this will be the future. Okay. Now, Andrew, I'm going to show you these one at a time, and I just want you to call one out with calls to you or stands out more than any of the other ones.
Yep.
Which one do you like?
The Emperor.
The Emperor, okay. The Emperor, okay, cool. And any particular reason why the Emperor?
Oh, I just quite like the design on that.
Okay, nice. Now it's interesting because the Emperor is about making an accomplishment. So I'm guessing that sometime in the recent past you had an accomplishment that you were pretty proud of. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, good. So let's try the present now. We have the Empress, we have Temperance, we have Judgment, we have the Star, the Fool, Strength, and the Chariot. Does any one of those pop out for you?
Strength.
Strength. Interesting. Okay. Another great card because not to sound obvious, but strength is about power, and if we connect the two, in this particular case, I would guess that the accomplishment in the recent past is giving you the sense of being in control more than you were before, and perhaps that gives you a feeling of strength. Does that ring true for you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And now let's take a look at your future. We have the lovers, we have the magician, we have justice, we have the high priestess, we have the wheel of fortune, we have the world, and we have the sun. And again, does any one of these call out to you?
The Wheel of Fortune.
The wheel of fortune. Very interesting. Now, this actually makes a lot of sense. Because I have no idea what this is about, and it doesn't matter that I know, but we start out with an accomplishment which creates a feeling of strength. And the Wheel of Fortune is about having an unexpected gain. Okay, so this could be financial, it could be moving up in the ranks, it could be anything. And if we put all of these together, that actually makes a lot of sense. That you had an accomplishment, you're feeling good about yourself, and within the next 3 to 6 months, there is going to be some gain, either financial or more likely more of a general movement upwards, if that makes any sense. Now, I'd like to ask you something. Did you feel like you had free choice of these cards?
Yeah.
Because you didn't. Well, no, because this is a demonstration of fate, if you will, destiny. And if you remember in the beginning, I told you I wrote something down on the back of 3 cards. And I don't know if you can tell, but these over here don't have any writing on them.
No writing, no.
Yeah. In fact, the Emperor, the one that you picked for the past, I actually wrote
Wow.
that's on the back. I wrote present on the back of strength, and on the back of the Wheel of Fortune, I wrote future.
Wow.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. Excellent.
Now I have to get a brand new deck of cards.
You're a wizard, Hattie.
So can I now have Kevin up here, please?
Yes, you could have me.
And
I'll rephrase that.
always wanted you, Kevin. The first day we met. Anyway, so I want to try this 2 different ways because I know one will absolutely work and the other one I'm not too sure of. So that's why I'm using you, because you can say, well, fix it in post. But in case anyone watching is not familiar, these are what we call ESP cards. There's a circle, there's a plus sign, let's see, there's wavy lines, there's a square, and a star. And they repeat 5 times, and so you end up with 25 cards in a deck of ESP cards. I'm going to deal a pile of, let's see, 5 cards here and 5 cards here. And, you know what, actually, let's just take a few more over here and a few more over here. Let's just get rid of these. So now we have, I believe, 10 and 10. So one on my left, one on my right. Which one would you like for yourself?
Your left.
My left. So we'll put that like this. Now, this first round is more of a demonstration, just so we end up being on the same page. Then we're going to try this again because I know you have a set of these in your studio already to go. So we do it a little bit differently where I cannot see what you're doing. So,
Okay.
but this time we're both going to do it where we can both see.
So I hold the ones you sent me. Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
We're going to do it in the next
All right.
round.
Okay.
So right now we're just using this too. But this is more for demonstration than anything else. If it actually works out, I'll be very happy, but it usually doesn't. But we'll see. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you to think of a number between 1 and 10. Let's say you say 7. It can be any number, but let's say you say 7. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn those upside down, place them on the pack, and then turn the whole pack upside down. Okay? So let's try it again with your pack. Go ahead and name any number between 1 and 10.
4.
4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn these around, and then turn these around. And don't worry about these being the same because they're going to change as we do this. So, what number would you like me to do from my pack?
6.
Okay, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn this around, and then turn the whole pack around. Okay, that's kind of a coincidence. How many for your pack this time?
9.
9. Okay, good. A nice big number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turn these around, and then turn the whole pack around. The circle keeps popping up. How about for my pack, another number this time?
2.
Okay, it can also be the same number, but you said 2, 1, 2, turn this around, turn the whole pack around. Okay, and now your pack.
5.
5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn that around and turn that around. All right, now we can keep going if you like, or we can stop here. It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll stop there.
Okay, now I'm going to spread your colors out this way, and I'm going to spread mine out this way. And you can see there's really no rhyme or reason. Your pile doesn't exactly look like mine. Mine does. But if we take this one out from here and turn this one around, look at that. There's a mess. Take this one out and then turn this one over. Oh wow, look, there's another mess. In fact, if we go down the line, even though you chose different numbers for both
Shut
packs,
up.
the whole line.
Oh, hell no. Get out of town. Get out of town.
Now, that actually blew my mind because it wasn't actually supposed to happen. So let's try really, let's try it again. I asked you to pull out 10 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're going to do exactly the same thing, except this time, let me go up here, okay?
Do you want to be able to see my cards, Tommy?
You're not yet.
No.
We're gonna try this blind.
Okay.
So, and hopefully it will work. If it works, I'm doing this. I'm doing this next week on your show. That's why I want to try it now. So you pick your number for yourself, but you don't tell me what it is.
Okay.
And get those cards down.
Face up.
Well, okay. So you're holding your
Yep.
face down.
Yeah.
And let's say you say two,
Yeah.
deal down.
2 down. Okay. If I decide 2, yeah. Yeah.
Whatever your number is, deal that down.
Yeah.
And flip them over.
Yeah.
On top
And
of
drop
that,
on top. Okay.
And turn the whole pack over.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now you give. Yeah. And when you're done, let me know.
So I've brought them down. Then I flip them over.
Put them on top.
Put them on top and flip the whole lot over.
The whole pack over.
Okay,
Yep.
done. Yep.
Now we're gonna do it for me. You call out a number and tell me what number.
7.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put them over. Put them on top. Put the whole pack over. Now
Yep.
keep doing it. Keep doing a different number over and over. I'm gonna do the same thing. So yeah.
Flip them over on top, then flip all over.
Good. And anybody watching me
And
can
all
see that
over.
doing random numbers. Pardon me. and when you want to stop to say,
Okay. I've stopped. Actually, I'm going to do one more.
all right, I'll do one more also.
Done it.
Okay, now if you could change the camera angle so we can see both our cards. Okay, and just put them down and in a pile and spread them out in a row.
I've got something in the way that I can't see the screen. Okay. So.
Yeah, just spread them out in a row.
Okay.
It's interesting because you can see it, most of yours came up face up. About half of mine are face down and half of mine are face up. And we were doing different numbers the whole time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start on your right with the circle,
Yeah.
yep, and then I'll pull mine out. I also have a circle.
So you're just off screen, Tommy.
Okay, let me move over here. I also have a, so just push the circle up. Yeah, and then pull the next one out. And there's a cross, and so is mine. Then we have wavy lines. Then we have a square. Then we have a star. Then we have another, yeah, turn it over, there's another star. And a square. And then wavy lines. Cross. And a circle.
Hey.
So I'm doing that next week on the on the
Tuesday show. Yeah.
Yeah, no name magic trivia. So yeah. All right. Thank you, Kevin, for your help.
Thank you. Fabulous. Thanks, Tommy. Excellent. Excellent. Right. So it's just down to me to close the show up. So I need a couple of helpers for the first little bit, and I'm going to choose, because we're all Jilled out, so I'm not going to choose Jill for a change. I need somebody who's basically English. So Lee Alex, although you live in Turkey, we're going to pretend you're living in England at the moment. So you're my English participant. So Stuart, if you can bring Lee Alex up. And I need someone from north of the border in Scotland, and we have the ideal person. We've got Scott. So, hey, fantastic. So, as you both are aware, and everybody else in the group is aware, we're in a bit of a mess at the moment. You know, the world's finances are going to hell in a handcart. Everything is going wrong. And I came across a solution, in fact, the answer. And I'm going to play a little game with you guys and see if this works out. So we go to this camera angle there. In fact, no, we'll go to we'll be even more up close and personal. There we go. So we have oh, I was going to have Jill, but I'm going to make that Lee. Because everybody, Jill was getting used so much, I thought, okay, and we've got Scott. So there's the two of you, and we have the answer here. But before we go for the answer, you're going to need some beer, because beer is really important. It's all to do with money and beer. So
I've got no chance against a Scottish man in this.
there's a pint of beer for you, Lee, and a pint of beer for you, Scott. And you've just bought those at the local bar. And your local bar is really dirt cheap. It's £1 of beer. So, you know, you could get fairly rat-arsed if you stayed there most of the night. And we're going to use some money. I have some English money and I have some Scottish money. The English money is, if you're in England, it's worth, English £10 in England is worth a tenner. But if you go over the border to Scotland, it's only worth £9. Now, this will become important in how we're going to solve the world's problems by having adjacent countries with slightly different values to their currency. So, Lee, and also I have some Scottish £10 here. So in Scotland, those are worth £10, but over the border in England, they're only worth £9. So Lee, I'm going to give you 10 lovely English pounds. So you got a tenner, and that's worth to you, which you're in England, that's worth 10 quid. And I'm going to give you a Scottish £10 note as well. But because you're in England, it's only worth £9.
Okay.
So you've got £19.
Good.
Scott, we're going to reverse this to you. I'm going to give you a lovely, shining Scottish £10 note, which is worth a tenner for you. If you went over the border, you could only get £9 for it, but for you, that's worth a tenner. And I'm going to give you an English £10 note, but unfortunately in Scotland, that's only worth £9.
Okay.
So you have both got £19.
Yep.
Yep. And I'm in England, and I've got a tenner, and it's worth £10 to me. If I went over to Scotland, it's only worth £9, but in England, this is worth £10. So Lee, I want to buy that beer off you. That beer cost you £1. So if I give you £10, can you give me £9 change?
Sure, I will.
You can,
give
can't
you
you?
the Scottish one.
Yeah. So if I give you the tenner and take the beer, and you give me £9 back, we've done a deal, haven't we?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm still thirsty, but yeah. Okay.
Scott, I'm a bit greedy. I want your beer as well. So,
Okay.
Scott, I'm going to buy your beer. Now I've got 10 Scottish pounds here, which is worth a tenner to you. So I'm going to buy your beer, your pound beer, yeah, and pay you 10 Scottish pounds. Have you got change for me? £9 change?
Yep.
You have. It's an English tenner, which is only worth £9 in Scotland.
Yep.
So I now have got my beers. But now the interesting thing is, Lee, you started with £19 and a beer, You've now got £20. Scott, you started with £19 and a beer. You've now got £20.
Yep.
I started with a tenner. I've still got a tenner, and I have 2 beers. So I think we have the answer to all the world's problems is money and beer.
Nice.
That's all we need.
Absolutely.
Can you guys stay with me?
Yep.
Got to do something.
I'm going to grab a beer, Kevin.
Yeah. Cheers. Right. I'm going to do something that's a little bit tricky. Tried it out last night on Tommy's show, and we actually managed to get it to work. So, of the two, Lee, I'll give you the choice. Well, Scott saw this before, so he knows what the choices are. I'm going to go to that camera, or maybe that one. There we go. That's better. I have got some postcards here, and they are all the states. So there's all the US states on different postcards, and literally they are all different. There's not sort of repeated ones or anything.
Good. Okay.
Okay, and I have some rather lovely versions of movies, horror movie and scary movie posters from all sorts of eras. Okay, lots of different ones. Now these both come from collections, so you can collect these from this postcard collection company. It's rather nice, and on the back of all of them, they always will go to that camera there, hopefully, yeah. So on the back, you can see that they tell you some of the other items. They say there are how many to collect? 50 different cards from the US states ones, and they give you some examples of the other. There we go, that side, isn't it? There we go. Mirror image always confuses me. Some of the other states that you could collect in your collection, and on the back of all of them, they have different lists of different states, just to show what else is in the collection. And the same on the movies. They've got some of the other movies that you can collect out of the collection. But always one of those will be the one that's on the front. So, for example, that movie is Mizrahi. So somewhere in that collection of movies, there we go. 4th one down, you'll see Mizrahi.
Yep.
So, Lee, seeing as Scott knows what's going to happen, would you prefer postcards from the USA or movie posters?
Well, seeing as we're almost at Halloween, I think movie posters.
The movie posters. So, Scott, you're left with the postcards. Okay.
Sorry, Scott.
Now, Scott, when I show the postcards to you, just make sure that everyone can see all of them, because I'll be blindfolded, so I won't be able to see what you're seeing now. So I'm just going to practice that move and that move. Oh, upside down. Well, that's not going to help at all, is it? There we go. So, blindfold time. This is the bit I hate. Glasses off, hat off, blindfold. I'll just put that there in preparation. And I won't even put the glasses on, so even if I could see through them underneath the blindfold, it would be blurred. So, I'm just going to mix these up in a second, but I'll take my glasses off when I mix them, and we'll mix those up as well. And we'll start with you, Lee. And I'm going to hold these up and just go through them, and you just say stop on one that you like.
Oh.
Say, for example, you chose the Blair Witch.
Mm-hmm.
I will then turn it round, and you'll see that there are lots of other movies on there, including the Blair Witch. And what I'd like you to do is, in no particular order, just read 3 or 4 of them off and include the one that's on the front. So, for example, you might say Hellraiser, Frankenstein, Blair Witch, The Fly, something like that. Yep. And then we'll do the same with you, Scott, with the postcards. And I'll see that if I can intuit out of what I hear in your voices. So you've got to try and keep a poker voice, not a poker face, which I can't see if I will. So keep a poker voice, yeah, and I'll see if I can intuit the image of the film or the state that you're looking at. Okay, are we ready for this?
Yeah, got it.
Let Roy back in. So glasses off. This down. Now I know that those were roughly there. Okay. So if I give these a mix, so we don't know. And does this look like a sort of fair mix? Not doing anything sneaky. You're right, Nick?
Yeah, perfect. Good.
Don't go too quiet, because I'll think nobody's there.
I'm here, we're here.
Okay, so
Look it out.
can you see the picture on the front of the card?
I can, yes.
Okay, so if I take them off or take chunks of them off, you tell me if you want me to take them off individually or in chunks, whatever, until you see one you like.
I saw one before. I'm hoping you're going to come to it. No.
Oh,
when you
before.
demonstrated before.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm hoping you're going to come to this somehow.
It'll be in there somewhere.
Couple more. Few more. Oh, there you go. No, you can start the one at the
That one,
hand. No,
or the one in my hand?
The one in your hand. No, the one in your hand.
That one there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks good.
So can you burn that image into your head, into your brain?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna, now you tell me whether when I turn these round, I've got the words the right way up. Is that the right way up, or do I need to do it differently?
No, that's correct. That's good.
That is the correct way up.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you see all the movie names?
Can you move it to your right a little bit? Because you're screen. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good.
And you can see all of them, and everyone can see all of them.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, good.
So
good.
randomly, tell me 3 or 4. I'd include the one it is.
Okay, though. So Child's Play.
Yep.
The Shining.
Uh-huh.
The Invisible Man.
Uh-huh.
And Get Out.
Sorry?
Get Out. I think
Get Out.
Get Out? Is it called Get Out?
I have a feeling that this is rather odd, because I can't see, so it's obviously the Invisible Man, is it?
That's correct. Yeah.
Shall we try one more?
Go on then, that's good. That's it. Can you hold them up a little bit? Yeah, go on. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Anything with bandana will do.
Good.
That one?
Yeah, good.
Yep. Okay. Okay, and again, turn it round. And can you see them?
I can indeed.
Okay, far away.
Well, barely. I can see the Invisible Man.
Okay.
The Mummy.
Uh-huh.
The Wolfman.
Uh-huh.
And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Right, and I have a feeling that it's a bit between the two of you. One is Dr. Jekyll and one is Mr. Hyde.
Absolutely.
I think that's probably what's on the card as well. So, if I put those down, have these obviously are the postcards, yep?
Yep.
Are they the right way up?
No, they're upside down. Yep, perfect.
Okay, so hopefully that's the right way up.
Yes.
And again, I'm just going to give these a rough, I don't even know if I'm mixing them or not, but hopefully they're, so you know that they're not in an order or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, perfect.
And are they still the right way up?
Yes.
Excellent. And can you see the state on that one?
Yes.
Okay, so again, I will just go through and you choose one you like.
Stop.
That one there?
Yep.
And then if I turn it round, can you see all of the states that are written on the back?
Yeah, I can see them. Yep.
Okay.
So we've got Nevada,
Uh-huh.
Alaska,
Uh-huh.
we've got Florida, we've got Alabama, we've got Oklahoma, we have Indiana, we have Hawaii, we have Nebraska.
I have a feeling that this is going to be an odd one out because
Okay.
it's actually not on the mainland. I think that this is probably Hawaii.
It is, yes, it is Hawaii. Yes.
Just turn that hopefully. Okay, shall we try one more?
Yeah, go for it. Stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you like that state?
Yes, I've been.
Ooh. Oh, this should be easy for me then. Okay, far away.
Okay, so we have California.
Uh-huh.
We have Alaska. We have Oklahoma. We have Virginia. We have New York. We have Louisiana. We have West Virginia.
I'll stop you there. I have a feeling this one's a little bit confusing because I think it's a state and a city.
Okay.
New York?
New York is correct, yep.
Lovely. Right. I will...
Again, that was fun. I want to do it
Again, more. Oh, right. Thank you, guys. I do not like being blindfolded. Well, that's about all we've got time for, excuse me, tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone out there in Facebook land. Thank you, everybody out there in our wonderful gallery, which I'll put up again. Hi there, gallery. And so we'll say good night to everybody on Facebook. But before we do that, we'll just say thank you to Moshe, Robina, Roy Stone, Bruce Yoskin, Scott Paton, Charles Schneider, Xanadu, Tommy Burnett, and myself, who's losing his voice. So we're going to stop the stream. Not cross the streams, we will stop the stream. Goodbye, Facebook. And